sayhellonicolette. If you know me, hello, hi, welcome back. If you don't know me and this is our first time crossing paths on the internet, so nice to meet you. So glad you're here. I am an American living in France. I spent the past 2 years living in the south of France, where I was getting a master's degree at a Beaux-Arts school. I graduated in June, and after I graduated, decided to move to Paris. I knew once I graduated, this is where I wanted to be. So yeah, I put all my stuff in a storage unit and came up here with just a suitcase and a backpack. I honestly thought that was only gonna be for 3-4 weeks. It took a while. Let me tell you, looking for an apartment has been a full-time job. It was a lot, and trust me, I will be doing a video on that process because, oh, honey, if you were gonna do that, we gotta talk. I was living out of a suitcase and a backpack for over 2 months. Started out at a sublease, a friend of a friend's place. Then I moved to a friend's couch for a few nights, and then I moved to an Airbnb, and my sister had actually had a visit planned for a while, so we were sharing an Airbnb together. Then she left, and I moved into another Airbnb outside of Paris because it was cheaper than the in Paris Airbnbs. And then when I had almost lost all hope, I found this lovely, lovely place. Last week I posted an apartment tour. I am in the 18th arrondissement, which is right by Montmartre. I have a view of the Sacré-Cœur. Like, what? What? I still have to pinch myself that this is real. This is my life. The past month or two I've been getting settled here, moving in. I rented a minivan with a friend and we held all our remaining stuff in a minivan and drove it all the way from the south of France to Paris. And it was like, 7.5-hour drive. So part of it was in the dark. It was raining. So it was a very epic, intense journey, but everything arrived here. Now that I'm not living out of a suitcase and I have an apartment and I have more than like 2 dresses and kitchen supplies and all that, I feel much more stable and grounded. Welcome to Paris. It's a loud city. I am now here indefinitely. I hope to call this my home for a very, very, very long time. France, I would like to eventually become a citizen of your country if anyone in the bureaucracy is listening. I'm still on my student visa, and then after that, we'll see. Maybe I'll meet the love of my life here and we'll quickly fall in love and very, very quickly get married. That's a possibility. We'll see. We'll see when I get to that road, but for now, all I know is that I feel very much at home in the city. I have, in the past few months, built so many friendships, new friends, and also strengthening friendships with old friends. And then also people from my program from school have moved here. I definitely feel like I have a community here, which is wonderful. I know when I first moved to France, that wasn't necessarily the case. I was really truly starting from scratch. I had moved to a city where I knew absolutely no one. And this feels like a part 2 of that journey that is much more, there's a lot more characters in this in this chapter. I'm really glad that I didn't immediately move to Paris from California. The apartment search process and moving here alone, even after being in France for 2 years, was a bit of a shock. It was a lot. And I'm really glad I was able to get used to expat life and do really simple things like, well, it's not simple in France, but opening a bank account and getting healthcare here and doing all of that kind of stuff in a smaller city was really helpful. And then after having that and after improving my French, then moving to Paris, it feels like a really good next step, and it wasn't as much of a shock as I think it would have been. I think what this journey to Paris has taught me is that the universe knows the best timing. You know, I had thought I was gonna move directly to Paris to study and get my master's, but I ended up going to the south of France to do that, and I'm so happy I did. That was a beautiful, beautiful experience. I learned so much, and it really has prepared me to now start a life here in Paris. So if where you're wanting to get to, whether that is a geographical location or just a place in life, if you're not getting there as fast as you want, know that you are on a journey there. You're gonna get there, and there's a reason why it's taking a little longer than you expected. And it's probably in the long run for the best, because this really does feel like the best time for me to have moved here. I think earlier wouldn't have necessarily been a great fit, and I'm really grateful to now be in a place where I do feel at home here. I do feel ready to live here. I'm really rambling in this video. I just turned this camera on not knowing what I was gonna say other than to let you know that I've moved to Paris. I kind of put the cart before the horse and filmed my apartment tour video before the I moved to Paris video. So there is an apartment tour on my video if you would like to see beyond this kitchen into the other main room. Yeah, let me know in the comments what kind of videos you want, what you want to see, what you want to know about. Let me know. Give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel to join in on this Paris journey. That's all for now. Au revoir.